this is the first off-roading I've done in Defender. I got it a few days ago. She's still not fully run in, so I'm not going to go crazy. But I live on an estate where I run the shoot, so I wanted to basically drive it around the same tracks. I use my Series lightweight, Series 1, 101, Defender TD5. I can get around all of these tracks just fine all year round in those vehicles. So I wanted to see how the new Defender on the standard off-road all-terrain tyres copes with it, basically, with all this technology and all of these computer systems. So we're just bouncing along. It's very soft, the suspension's fantastic, bouncing along a grass track, but we're about to try something a bit more muddy, and even my Defender slips and slides on, and it's got BFG mud terrain tyres on, but the technique I generally have adopted around the estate is just to hammer down and power through. So we'll see if that really works with this new modern technology. I'm going to try not to go off the edge here and into the stream. Oh, come on, girl. These all-terrains, there we go, just trying to spin the back end around. These all-terrains do not have the same grip. And with the air suspension, it feels very floaty and slidey. Get over this stream here. Right, so you can see ahead of us, we've got a nice slippy, slidey, gravelly, muddy track to get up. And then film myself coming up this track. And we'll see what all the different modes and tech does for the new Defender. So we're at the bottom of the track. I'm going to try it in just mud and ruts. So we'll go in mud and rut mode. Okay, we're in mud and rut. I'm going to go for the 4x4 screen just so we can see what's going on. Okay, so the traction control system is enabled at the moment. I am in low ratio. I'm in off-road height, and we're just in basic mud and ruts. You can see the rear diff's currently locked, centre diff's not, but I'm sure that will change as we move forwards. So let's just see how we get on with this. And we're just using the basic all-terrain tyres, so they haven't got amazing amounts of grip, but they do look quite decent. But you can see this is very slippy, slidey mud with some ruts. There's a few stones underneath there. Coping pretty well so far. We're pulling through. There's a bit of a bump here. Through that, and we're out. Yeah, I can feel the traction. I can feel the system working. This gets a bit steeper, and then it goes into quite a slippery corner. So let's just see how we get on with that slippery corner. You can see I've made some ruts already here. So I'm just going to try and power through. Okay, so yeah, she's powering through that. Even my Defender slips and slides with mud terrains on this, and because there's no cleverness in the Defender, I just power on through. Even steeper bit of mud here. Let's give her some beans. I can feel the power being dropped by the Defender, which in a way I don't like. I want the momentum to continue. It feels to me, just as you need momentum in the old-fashioned sense of the word, if I was driving a Series Land Rover or the other TD5, I'd want to put some power down, you know, get some traction even if we are spinning a bit, and just keep that forward momentum. What I'm feeling in this super electronic computerized mode is it's dropping the power just when I would really want it to kind of pull me through, and it's as it's slipping traction, it's sort of redistributing the power and reallocating the power to the wheels, and it seems to lose that forward momentum just when I feel like you want it. But we got up there, that was great. What I'm going to do now is spin around and go back down. For me, maybe it's my driving style, but I spent a lot of my life driving around these old estates, driving around in Scotland, and for me it's all about momentum, traction. Having the right tyres is a big part of it, but you do not want to stop if you're trying to climb up a gravelly, rutty, muddy incline like that. The last thing I would say you want to do midway through is lose that momentum, that forward momentum that's propelling you, and start messing about with different, you know, traction modes and things like that. You just want to power through, in my opinion, and let the tyres and the 4x4 system grab the ground and do its thing. But to me, it felt a little bit like it was taking the power away when I really would have, ideally I'd have wanted more power just to push me forwards. But maybe that's my old-fashioned driving style from driving series Land Rovers and older Defenders compared to this modern computery that we've got on board the new Defender. I must say it's very good. I don't feel like I'm going to get in trouble. I'm a bit concerned about scratching the car and hitting trees, but that's what you expect. You pay 70 grand for a modern 4x4 and then you take it through Woodland like this, and I wouldn't drive it like I would drive my old Defender. The old Defender I would knock over trees with the iron bumper, push through stuff. I don't really care. It's not going to depreciate hugely by doing so. That's what they're built for, but this feels a little bit different. So I wonder now about going down the other way. I hope this doesn't end badly, but this is going to be hill descent, I guess. So let's have a look. What have we got here? Where is hill descent? Now again, this is all new to me. I need to find it. There must be a button for hill descent mode. Is there not? Can't see the button. Eco, wade, configure, rock crawl, sand. On my old Range Rover there was a button for hill descent, and I was expecting to find a button here for hill descent, and I'm not seeing it at the moment. I wonder where it could be. This might be one where I go looking in the iGuide. Well, we'll just go down the old-fashioned way then. We're in low ratio anyway, so I'm not expecting any craziness. What I don't want to do is get a runaway slide and take it into a tree. Again, with all this technology, I don't feel the engine braking. And if I put the brakes on, yeah, she's just going to slide. So where is hill descent then? Let's find it before I start doing myself some damage here. Let's put it in park. Let's have a look. Okay, so here we are. I was looking around for a hill descent button. It's actually this one here. I had to look it up in the iGuide. I'm sure it was called something else on my old Range Rover Vogue, so I was fooled. I thought that was maybe the sort of progress speed control for 4x4, but that is hill descent, so it's already on. We're in 4x4 mode. We're going to go down this slippery, horrible piece of track. So coming down, great. Hill descent worked a dream. Didn't feel like I was going to lose control ever. But here now, trying to climb up the other side of this valley, it's very muddy, very slick, and I'm climbing my way out, admittedly on all-terrain tyres. It's very wet, it's very muddy, and right at the top of the climb there, the traction control system cuts the power. Just when I'd want more power. And this is my problem with the relying on that traction control system in all situations. I don't think it's not perfect. So here I am, trying different modes, going backwards and forwards. I appreciate they're all-terrain tyres, the car's not magic. You know, this is a challenging conditions with tough mud. But just using the intelligent modes in the vehicle, I personally think will not always get you out of trouble. And here we can see I'm just sitting there spinning. As soon as the car gets a bit of power, it cuts the power to the wheels because it's detecting that traction's being lost, so we're losing the power again, and we're basically going nowhere. So here I am, going backwards and forwards, trying low traction launch, high range, low range. And because of the traction management system and the stability control, every time it detects I'm losing grip and the wheels are spinning, the power gets cut, and it's just not getting me out of the situation I'm in.
I've tried to turn out of the ruts, but obviously they're all-terrain tyres. They're now pretty slick with mud. We don't have the grip to pull out of the ruts. If I could have got onto the grass, I might have had a bit of a drier surface to pull away on, but I couldn't get out of the ruts. So what I eventually resorted to doing was disabling the traction control. So I turned it off so that I could have just pure power and all of the diffs locked. So that's what I'm about to do here. And it's old-fashioned, but full steam ahead. There's the momentum, and we're through the ruts and out of trouble. And that's just what's missing for me. So all of these intelligent control systems are great, but sometimes you just need to hammer down and power through with a bit of momentum. But there you go, impressive nonetheless, all-terrain tyres. Hope it was fun. I enjoyed it. See you next time.